I want to welcome you into the Samo practice, an initiation to the sacred dance of whirling. Please make sure to wear socks, soft-soled shoes so that you can slide, and make sure that you have space around you where you can move freely without concern of bumping into anything. I'm going to ask you to stand with your feet parallel to one another, as wide as your hips, sensing the ground lovingly with your feet. Let your knees be soft, tailbone release down. And now open your arms emanating from your womb dantian into your heart, into your shoulders, arms, and hands, simultaneously into your hips and legs. And bring your arms in, placing your left hand on your shoulder and your right on your other shoulder. This position has several meanings. I will share a few. One is that it means embracing yourself. You're embracing yourself in preparation to fly. So rest in your own embrace for a few seconds. It also is the first letter of the Persian and Arabic language, the Aleph, which is written like a vertical line, representing the divine. Another meaning is that it is one, bringing into oneness all that arises in your experience, bringing them into your embrace, and coming into a oneness with all that is, with all of life. From here, I'm going to invite you to bow down in reverence. This is how we begin, and this is how we end. Giving your reverence to that which you revere. With soft knees, please roll up your spine. We end in that bow, in that reverence, because it helps us from getting dizzy. Now, bring your hands onto your heart, please, and let's explore the arms. So to begin with, bring your arms forward as if you're hugging a great big tree. Now, take your right arm up, right palm upwards, and left arm down, left palm first facing downward. Embracing spirit, embracing the sky with your right arm, and embracing the earth with your left arm. So in this embrace, in this four-way embrace, I invite you to let go, let go. Let yourself be embraced back as you're embracing. Meaning you don't have to hold your arms up with a lot of effort, but really to just relax into the embrace. Beautiful. Bring your arms back and bring your hands back onto your heart. And let's explore the meaning. So letting your right arm come up, making your right hand a chalice to receive the light of the Creator, the light of the Beloved. Allowing this light to course down your arm and coming to your heart and all the way down your nae into the earth. But from your heart, extending the light into your left arm and into your left hand, letting your left hand become a chalice, transmitting the light you are receiving, giving this light, spreading it into the world through your heart, through your unique way of loving, through your unique expression of the divine, of the greater consciousness. Bring your arms back. And let your hands rest on your heart. You can absolutely whirl like this as well. You don't, if you feel like, oh, my arms are now tired, rest them on your heart or in front of you with your right palm up, left down. Just coming in touch in a visceral way what it means to receive with the right hand, which is the masculine active side of your being, your body, and to transmit with the left, the feminine side. You know, it's normally we receive with the feminine side, with the receptive side, and we act with the right side, the active side. But in Sama, they are reversed. So making your active side receptive and your receptive side active, which is a very beautiful display of the relationship of the yin and the yang, making the yang side become more yin and the yin side become more yang, creating a beautiful balance between yin and yang. Bringing your hands back onto your heart. When we start, and we will explore the stepping in a moment, we want to come in touch with what it is that we release. Remember, your heart is the abode of the beloved. It is the home of the divine. And your heart needs to be cleared and polished of what is not love, what keeps you from experiencing that your home, your heart is the home of the beloved, what keeps you from wanting to offer your heart as the home of the beloved, releasing and polishing away so that your heart becomes not just the home of the beloved, but the mirror of the beloved, so that all who look upon you see the reflection of the divine, see an invitation to return to the remembrance of their creator. So in each session of whirling, each time you whirl, you're invited to release what in that moment keeps you from this experience of oneness, of this experience of union with the beloved. And once you come in touch with whatever it is that you're releasing, your hands will show that releasing, that polishing, that letting go, taking your hands down and releasing into the earth what you've let go. After you bless with your feet, with your stepping, bless what you've released and compost it, you start to grow from this compost up the nae, slowly moving your hands up, coming in touch with each chakra to finally emanating from your womb dantian into your heart, into your arms and hands. You open like a flower of light, with the right palm up, left palm down, receiving the light and the blessings of the beloved and transmitting the blessings. Remember, it is only through transmission, only through giving what you're receiving, that you even become aware of all the light and grace and love that pours towards you in every instant. So now that we've explored the arms, I'm going to invite you into the stepping. Traditionally, when the whirling dervish, referred to as samozan, learns how to whirl, they're blessed with having a nail hammered into the ground and their first and second toes of the left foot go around this nail. And what that does then is that you only lift your heel up and down and you step with your right foot. So we have it so easy in contemporary times. We only have to imagine the nail. And we don't have to bleed So imagining the nail is very key because that's what will keep us grounded. That's what will keep us, that is what will keep our energy from rising too quickly to our head, which is what is the cause of dizziness. So as long as you stay connected with the nail, your energy does not rise too quickly to your head. And it is humorous because some of us need to literally be nailed to the ground in order to become present in our body, in order to stay inside and not fly off somewhere or just be absent. So keeping your left foot in place and stepping with the right foot. Wonderful. So now let's take our steps together. I'm going to ask you to pick up your left heel and bring it down and step with the right, as I just said. Now step forward with the right foot, pick up your heel and step to the side, pick up your heel, step to the back, pick up your heel, step to the side, and continue in this way. As you can see, you're paddling. Your left foot is in place. It's your pivot point, and your right foot is paddling. Your gaze is directly in front of you, looking back inside and looking out simultaneously. I invite you to keep your eyes half shut, looking at everything and nothing. Some people like closing their eyes, and that's completely fine. It's about whether you can maintain your balance with your eyes closed. So you can absolutely whirl in this way, just quarter turns. But the next time that we face forward together, I'm going to show you a half turn where you step forward on the ball of your foot, you pivot to the back and step to the back. Ball of your foot, step forward, step to the back. You're going to lift your knee up and down. So you're paddling to the back, paddling to the front. So you're going to let yourself come into this half turn movement only if it can feel natural, only if it feels organic and not forced. You can absolutely let the quarter turn emerge into the half turn. You can do some half turns and go back to the quarter turn. So whether you are doing the quarter turn or the half turn, we will now move our arms. We've come in touch with what we're releasing, and we're going to let the polishing be displayed by our arms. We bring our hands down, releasing, blessing with your feet what you've released and composting it. And then you're going to start to grow once you're ready from the compost, moving your hands up the chakras, awareness in each center. Sometimes you might want to linger longer in one of the chakras. And once your arms have moved all the way up, you flower, blossom into a flower of light with your right hand up as a chalice receiving the light and the left hand facing downward, transmitting the light through your heart. Beautiful. And to practice the finishing, you're going to slowly bring your hands onto your heart and slow yourself down. You go down in reverence and slowly rise up your spine. You can absolutely start again and again. Stop and start again and again. Each time coming down into reverence and starting again. But to bring the dance to a close, you're going to come into reverence and then go all the way down to the ground, bringing your forehead down, kissing the earth, forehead back down. And you can absolutely stay in that position, which is a sajda. You can stay in that position for as long as you like, or just sit up. This is a beautiful devotional dance of adoration. Everything is imbued with kisses. Ceremonial dress that you wear, the shoes, the hat, everything is first kissed and then worn. And then when you take the costume, the ceremonial attire off, you again kiss. As you saw, we kissed the earth, the place where we were whirling, giving our adoration and our reverence to the earth. So everything is imbued with kisses. This is a way of sanctifying all of life, remembering the sacredness of life, infusing the living experience with sacredness. So from here, you absolutely, once you've arrived in this position, I invite you to sit in meditation. You can refer back to our basic meditation. I invite you to stay in stillness and really savor what can appear for you, which is nothing short of miraculous. So please join me in rising. Tuck your toes under, walk your hands back to your knees, come into a squat. With your hands on the ground, straighten your knees and soften them again and roll up your spine. I would like to now guide you into the full turn. This is the way the whirling dervishes, the samazan turn. We have been exploring the quarter turns and the half turns. And now let's explore the full turn. Of course, I would invite you to do the full turn when if it feels natural for you, if it's organic. You know, pushing and forcing is very counterproductive to samal, which is about surrendering and letting go and relaxing. So we want that full turn to emerge for us. It's good to know it and to let it emerge once in a while, see if it can happen. And then gradually, with enough practice, you'll be able to do the full turn. So I'm going to turn in the same direction as you. I'm going to invite you to bring your hands onto your heart again. Let's begin with doing the half turns and then work our way up to the full turn. So step forward and back. Beautiful. So next time we face forward, we'll do the full turn where you're pushing off the ground with your right foot and doing a full turn. One more like that. And bring yourself to a stillness. You can come down into reverence and slowly roll up your spine. I also want to show you another way of bringing the samo to a close, which is crossing your right toe, big toe, on your left toe. And you can also come back into holding your shoulders. So a crossing happening on your in your shoulder area and a crossing in your toes. So after you finish, you come to a stillness, you come into this position if you wish and go down in reverence. This is how the whirling dervishes, the samozan, bring their samo to a close and go down in reverence. There are stories behind the crossing of the big toes, but I'd like you to know that this double crossing is about closing the field, already bringing your hands onto your heart or onto your shoulders is a closing, is a protecting and sealing the field in love. So we do that in the beginning and we do that in the end. The beginning, as you know, is on your shoulders and then on your heart. And at the end, you can add your toes and bring your hands onto your shoulders or simply on your heart. The other variation that I'd like to explore with you is turning to the right, turning clockwise. What we just did was counterclockwise, as you know from the book. That is the direction that the Mevlevi order, the followers of Rumi, the whirling dervishes, the samozan turn. And the idea is that the left or counterclockwise turn is the direction of the heart. You're moving toward the heart. But the heart is really in the center of your body, tilted to the left. Bigger part of your heart is on your left side. But what that means is that even the right turn is toward the heart as far as I am concerned. So any direction is a direction of the heart. Any direction is the opening to love. But these two directions feel very different in your body. And I invite you to explore both of them to see the miracle that you are, that moving to the right can be so different from moving to the left. And there, I have descriptions in the book, explanations of what I believe the right turn is about and what the left turn is about, and you can read them. So once you try the two sides, I invite you to really turn to the direction that you can sustain so that you can open to the mystery of the whirling and its power. And do experience both sides and see, because both directions will bring to you different messages, different experience. So with the right turn, coming back with your hands on your heart, with the right turn, the right foot is in place. So it's the right heel that goes up and down. It's the right toes, first and second toes of your feet that are around the nail. And you step with your left foot. So step to the side, to the back, to the side. Now, the next time we face forward, we'll do the half turn, step forward and to the back, forward, back. And even the full turn, step, push off with your left foot. Beautiful. Go back to the half turn. And explore the arms again. Let your hands come down. and start to grow. Same arm position, receiving with the right, letting your right hand be a chalice facing up and the left facing down. And now slowly bring your hands onto your heart. Slow your movement down. And you can put your right toe on your left toe. Even when you stop, it's the right hand that comes back onto your left, turning to the right. Go down in reverence and roll up your spine. So same thing, we'll go down into Sajda, into the position similar to child's pose to finish that that turn as well. So these were the techniques, very basic techniques of this powerful, powerful dance. The other thing that I want to add before we begin is that the point of focus in Sama is the name of the divine that for you means beloved. The name that opens your heart to the beloved, the name that prepares you to give your heart fully to the beloved, give your heart fully to love. And you will chant this name inside or out loud as you turn. Now, if you don't have a name, listen for the name. Samo means to listen. Listen for this name. And you will know that this is the name for you because it will give you balance. It will keep you from getting dizzy and losing your equilibrium. And I do have to say that the name may also change over time. So with this technique and with the chanting, I now invite you to join me in turning together, in whirling together.